This one is from one of your Hey Mary Kay segments. Why do you think the Browns were not moving Baker Mayfield out of the pocket in 2021 as much as they did in the past?
Well, I think there were a couple of reasons for that. I think that some defenses really have kind of caught up to the keeper game. And whenever I talk about the keeper game, what I mean by that is the rollout bootleg type of game. So that play action, roll to your left, and have all kinds of acres to throw from. Defenses are trying to minimize that and take that away from some of these guys. It's been very successful for many years. We saw Kyle Shanahan run that here with Brian Hoyer. We've seen it done with Kirk Cousins. But defenses are catching up to that a little bit and taking away some of that. And sometimes they commit a defender to going out there on the boot with the QB or whatever else they have to do. It also involves IDing when you're on play action, they have certain keys that will tell you if you are going to run it or you're going to pass it. And defenses have kind of wised up a little bit to some of the play action stuff too. So they're not buying the fake as much anymore in some instances. But still, it's a viable offense. I just think that they have to try to do things a little bit differently. They're going to have to mix things up some, and so that's one thing. And then the other thing is, I think that Baker Mayfield was injured enough that it wasn't as easy for him to be mobile, at least through that middle part of the season when he had a heel injury and when he had a knee injury. So I think all of those things kind of came together to keep him in the pocket more, and it's just a challenge they have to overcome.
And so when Kevin Stefanski talks about, and Alex Van Pelt have mentioned punches to the counter punches, those are the kind of things that they're talking about. How do you take the next evolution of this offense? What do you do in the next incarnation of it?
Well, this is what they will be doing as an offensive staff over the next 3 or 4 weeks. They will dig into that film. They'll break it all apart, pull it all apart, as Kevin Stefanski always says, and reevaluate everything. And they're going to find out, what went wrong, what went right, do more of the good stuff, figure out personnel-wise what changes they need to make, what they need to add. Baker, some of it was his injury, but some of it was processing speed, maybe not always going to the right place with the ball. Some of it was drops. So there were a lot of things that went on offensively in the passing game that did not go well. And they have to look at it all, including scheme. I mean, do they have the exact right scheme that they need? Do they have the right play caller? Do they need to bring somebody else in from the outside? Do they need another pair of eyes on this thing? So these are all things that they will determine over the next few weeks or so. And once they get done with these very extensive meetings and all of this analysis, then they will start trying to find the pieces that will go with whatever they come up with.